We turn now to the Israel-Hamas war. National Security Adviser Jake Sullivan is in Israel meeting with officials as calls are growing for a humanitarian ceasefire. Rena Roy has our coverage tonight.
National Security Adviser Jake Sullivan on the ground in Israel Thursday, meeting with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his war cabinet.
Jake also discussed the next phase of Israel's military campaign, and he asked hard questions, as we have been doing, about what all that could look like.
Sullivan urging Israeli officials to show restraint in their war against Hamas and pushing for more humanitarian aid in Gaza, just a day after President Biden's harshest criticism of Israel so far. At a fundraiser, the president said Israel is losing international support because of indiscriminate bombing in Gaza. The White House appearing to downplay those remarks in an exchange with ABC's Mary Alice Parks Wednesday.
If the president believes Israel is engaging in indiscriminate bombing, wouldn't there be an obligation from the U.S. to put new conditions on military aid?
Every bit of security assistance we give any other country always comes with the expectation that the law of armed conflict is going to be respected and obeyed.
But if they aren't, then isn't there an obligation for the U.S. to change the way that it's delivering military aid?
That's a hypothetical that I'm not prepared to engage in right now.
Israel continuing its barrage on Gaza, airstrikes hitting both the north and south. Meanwhile, the humanitarian crisis in Gaza is growing, crucial supplies running out. Hundreds of Palestinians in Rafah seen running after an aid truck as it drove through the Rafah crossing from Egypt into Gaza. The U.S. and Israel are still cooperating on another front, recovering the 135 hostages still being held by Hamas in Gaza. At the White House, President Biden met with the families of the Americans still missing. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Israel's defense minister says it's going to take months to defeat Hamas in a drawn-out war. Meantime, the Prime Minister of the Palestinian Authority says it's time for the U.S. to deal more firmly with Israel, especially for post-war negotiations for a two-state solution to the conflict.